Hello and welcome to our first video in a series dedicated to teachers who are using Penjee. In this video in particular, I'm going to go over how you can create classrooms in Penjee. So the first thing that you're going to have to do is make sure that when you register for an account on Penjee that you classify yourself as a teacher. Otherwise, you just fill out the registration form just like normal. As long as you say, I am a teacher, you're going to have access to a whole suite of tools. And the first one that we're going to go over is the classrooms that teachers can make. So, in Penjee, classrooms are just virtual ways of tracking your students. And if you registered as a teacher, you'll know that because you'll see a little teacher right under your face in your profile. You'll also have a link to My Classrooms, which you can see in the drop down here or the drop down there. And if you compare that to a standard account, which could be a student account or just a person who wants to go through the website on their own, you'll see that there is no way to, when you click My Classrooms, you're going to see classrooms that you are enrolled in, but you can't create classrooms. And there is no classrooms link here because all that you can do is be enrolled in a classroom as a student. So let's look at how you create classrooms. To create classrooms, you just click on the Add New Classroom link, and if you click on that, what you'll see is the first thing you want to do is describe the classroom. For instance, you could call this one Period 4, and then you can, if you want, you can fill out these optional fields here to describe it a little more. That part's totally optional. Click Continue, and then you can start adding students to your classroom. There's a few different ways to go about it, and you want to pay attention to the tabs at the top here. The first way, Add New Student, allows you to create accounts that are automatically added to your classroom. So for instance, I could say Jen Smith, and if I create a new student by clicking on this button here, this person with this email address will have this password and will be automatically registered in your classroom that you're creating right now. The other way to do it is to have students join Penjee, and then you can either give them this link, the link generated down here, which will automatically allow them to be enrolled in your class. You just give them the link and they click on it and they auto enroll. Alternately, you can share a code. This is very similar to Google Classroom where you give them the code and they can join it. So if you do this avenue, giving them a classroom token, then on the student side, the student can click on join classroom and they can enter that token. Again, that part would be kind of like the Google Classroom method. All right, so there's a few different ways that you can get students into your classroom. Okay, so now we've gone over how to create a new classroom, how to get students into your classroom. Now let's look at what you can see in the classroom. So if I go to my classrooms, you'll see I have a series of classrooms here. The one that I just created, some other ones that I made, and here's one where I actually invited some students and have them in there. Now, if you want to see their progress, you can click on Gradebook, and you'll see I have 3 students enrolled. You can see how how they did and what they did. There's different icons that represent different things. They completed an assignment. If you see this icon, it means that they looked at the solution and then had to do the second version of it. And you can just see them and you can go through the various units to see their progress. So that's classrooms in a nutshell. If you go back to this, again, you can always edit your gradebook, which is the general information about it. You can click on the middle button to see students' progress, like we just looked at. You can also click on profile, and that just kind of gives you an overview of the latest things that people did and what they're doing, and some general information like that classroom token. Okay, this is, like I said, this is just the first of a few videos that go over the different tools available to teachers. What I'm going to show you in the next video is ways that you can interact with your students through Penjee. And basically what I'm going to show you how to do in that video is a way to access your students' code on any given assignment, and you can then edit their code or just leave comments in their code so that you can give them some feedback within the code editor, or you can help them debug a problem that they're having.